Hi guys, welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. My name is Lisa and this week we are doing all things manual in our Thermomix. So after a bit of feedback and I said to my customers, what do you want to get out of your Thermomix more? Confidence around manual making things is one of those things. So here we are this week. I'm so excited to show you I guess the skills I learned 7 years ago when I had a TM31, which those days we were all manual. So let me show you today how to grate in your Thermomix. Now I'm not going to use any of the inbuilt features of the TM6 as much as it can help us. Today and this week I'm going to show you the speeds, the temperatures, the times, those sorts of things, so that you can take, I guess, your everyday recipes and ingredients and turn them into whatever you need them to be. So today, rather than grating off our fingernails with our grater, who's done that before? I have, by the way, say hi if you're watching on. We use our Thermomix. So I'm going to show you first of all with vegetables. So we're going to bring up our scales because it's important with weight that we don't overdo it in our Thermomix. It can wear our blades out super fast. Now our blades are the component in our Thermomix that is meant to give up over time, a bit like the wheels on the car or tyres on a car. They wear, and that's perfectly normal. I can't stop my tyres on my car wearing, a bit like the blade, but we can do protective things so that they last longer. So let's put into our Thermomix 500 grams maximum of vegetables. Now today I've got zucchinis, okay, and I've got carrots. Now you don't want them too big, only about, 2 centimeters width. Zucchinis you can go a bit more because zucchinis are softer by nature, so not so bad. By the way, I'm not peeling them, and those little end bits, completely edible. So I'm going to put those bits in. So are those bits. Anyone want to fess up and say they threw them out still? Challenge accepted. Okay, I've only got 320 grams. That's okay. We're going to close that off, and now we're going to come back to our driving screen, lid on. Now, our chopping of vegetables is actually done at speed 5. So if you think of things like your beetroot salads, your coleslaws and those sorts of things, broccoli salads, 5 seconds speed 5 is all you want to do to get a grater effect. So I'm going to put, when I say grater effect, like your cheese grater effect, okay? Up we go, speed 5, 5 seconds. That's done. How quick is that? Wait for those arms to release. That is literally how long it takes to grate veggies in your Thermomix. No fingernails or fingers lost in the process. Check this out. Where is that? There we go. You guys see that? So easy. I'm going to transfer it to a bowl and we're going to move on to cheeses because I want to show you some hints and tips for grating cheese in your Thermomix. Now this is a huge cost saver because number one, grated cheese is a fair bit more expensive than standard blocks of cheese. And also, it's better for your health because there's a coating on that cheese which is not fantastic for stomachs, okay? It stops the cheese sticking together in the packet. And you can imagine then what happens when it's trying to pass through our digestive system. Nothing can stick to it, so we get stomach aches, all right? So let me show you now with cheese, the tips and tricks to cheese grating. First thing I've got here is good old tasty cheese. Now the maximum you want to use when you're working with grating cheese is actually 250 grams. All right, so you've got to do your big 1 kilo block in 4 goes, but it's worth it, okay? We're going to put this in. Now I freeze my cheese after it's grated, and I'll show you some of that in a moment. There you go, 242. Now we don't use speed 5 for this. Cheese is a bit spongy, so it actually needs to go a bit faster. It needs to go up to speed 8. And also the other thing with cheese is depending on the type of cheese and how soft or hard it is, depends on how long we go for. So we are going to put this on for 5 seconds to start off with. I'm going to go 5. It's been sitting on the bench for a while, so it's actually probably a little bit warmer than it would be if it came out of a super cold fridge, and also our fridge is not hugely cold. We're going to go all the way to speed 8. So veggies were 5, speed 5. Cheeses are speed 8. Okay, let's go up to 8 and let's see what it looks like after 5 seconds. It's not sounding too bad. It might actually be done. I actually cook a lot with my ears when I'm doing things manually. Let's have a look. Actually, that's spot on. How cool is that? As I said though, you are going to have to play with that at home yourself because you will find, depending on the texture of that cheese, will depend on how long that needs to take. So, look at that. Now, I put that into a big A4 Glad bag. Well, actually, it depends. If I'm doing a big 1 kilo block and I'm doing 4 lots of that, it's going to take you 20 seconds. How cool is that? Big A4 Glad bag. Otherwise, just a single serve. If you're just doing that much of your cheese, that's just a sandwich serve, right? Or you've got the awesome bags from the mix shop. Now, to finish off one last thing of grating is our parmesan. Now, parmesan cheese, alright, it's hard cheese. Speed 8 is still our speed of choice for cheese. Okay, so speed 8, but it's probably not going to take very long. Let's see how long it takes. We'll do that whole 5 seconds again and we'll see if it's long enough. So, 5 seconds, speed 8, let's go. I could hear that it was pretty much done earlier than that. I reckon I could have put that down to 3 seconds. Now, freezer bag, all right? In the caravan, I've got this little trusty bag. I just grate my parmesan block up when we get it. Now, you can do up to 250 grams. Most blocks of parmesan are 200 grams, so you can slice it up into about the size of your speed dial, no bigger, and put that in and blitz it up. Okay, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, hang on, where's the camera? Sorry, guys. All right, and then it just goes straight in, and we're good to go. That one's got a bit of a bonus. That one's going to have some carrot in it because I didn't wash out the bag, but it doesn't matter. It's going in the freezer. Why the freezer, you might wonder, with cheese? Okay, cheese, now that I've done this, has a lot more surface area than it did when it was in a block. When it was in a block, it had 6 sides of surface area that could go moldy. Now, it's got a lot. Each of those little tiny bits of cheese could get moldy. So, you want to protect it. Put it in the freezer. It will last pretty much indefinitely, but what will happen is it will get sticky over time. It'll drop out the moisture and you'll get freezer burn. You can still use it, okay? It just loses quality. So, that is how easy it is to grate in a Thermomix. No more horrible grater in your drawer that you got to get out and then lose your fingernail grating. In the Thermomix, in seconds, and so incredibly simple and easy. I'm going to be putting these lovely veggies and cheese together and making one of my favorite things to make, which is a veggie slice in the Thermomix. It's never been easier, you know, because it just, one bowl does it all. Pour it into the container in the oven, and then the pre-clean function just does the job for me. So that's what I'm going to do with this, but I hope you're feeling more confident already with doing things manually in your Thermomix. I hope you throw out your grater, and I hope if it's still in the cupboard, but otherwise let me know if I can help you in any way and answer your questions. Please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what I'm here for, is to help you get more out of your Thermomix or get one on your bench. So that's it. That's grating in your Thermomix. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, for some more manual making in your Thermomix. Please let your friends and family know and share the page with them if you think it's